Hello, I'm Sonia Rue, and I'd like to talk to you about approaching the difficult things to change in your life that you desire to change, that you clearly have identified as stumbling blocks, roadblocks, mountains, obstacles that kind of hinder you from being or becoming or arriving where you'd like to arrive in this lifetime, on this realm, simply because of those particular issues. I want you to know that while things seem next to impossible, there's no such thing as impossible. You can absolutely make the differences in your life that you desire to make. You can create a lifestyle that, kind of facilitates the change that you're looking for in your life. First of all, personality is something that is formed in your first 6 years of life. In your first 6 years of life, you are who you are. And the only thing that happens as you continue to develop as a person is that you become older and more mature, more advanced, and more learned in various areas of your life that kind of like expand your personality. But for the most part, your nature is your nature. Now, what do you do when what you have to work with is actually in the way of what you want out of life? When it gets in the way of your relationships, when it gets in the way of your career advancement, when it gets in the way of your progression, when it gets in the way of you just really loving who you are, when you really resent some things about yourself or you see some things about yourself that you'd like to change, what do you do? Well, I want to let you know that lifestyle is the simple one-word answer to all of those problems. You create a lifestyle that facilitates change. You create a lifestyle that allows you to become groomed, in such a way that you begin to just kind of filter out the negatives or the underdeveloped areas or the personality traits that you no longer want to be identified by, that you no longer want to be linked to, or you don't want them to have any control over your life in any way. Lifestyle, creating a lifestyle that facilitates the change that you're looking for. How do you create a lifestyle that facilitates change? Well, the first go-to is the way that you think, because the way that you think is the way that you are. So you've got to be able to address your thoughts. You've got to really start taking notes and looking at all negative outcomes in your life and what led up to it, and addressing those issues head on. Don't be in denial, don't live in denial, but really record it and look at the pattern and the trend and address it head on. So if you see that there's a pattern of issues with you in your love life, or between you and your friends or colleagues or whatever, you just continue to record what's going on, and then you begin to address it head on. How are you thinking that's forging what you're saying or doing that is causing friction in your relationships? Relationships are important, and communication is the best way to build a positive relationship. Will help you facilitate the change needed for you to have positive and lasting relationships. You see, cultivating change requires work. And the hardest part of cultivating change is in admitting that you actually need it, and accepting the fact that you truly want it, and in taking the necessary steps to support and facilitate the change that you are looking for. We're talking personality. We're talking you are who you are, and wherever you go, there you are. And so with that said, that ought to let you know that the average person is incapable of changing because they are not able to change their personality. People can change their hairstyles. They can change the way that they dress, the way that they talk, and the way that they walk. But most people are not willing to check their personality to the degree that they are keeping record of the outcome of their personality, how it plays out, how their communication style plays out in their relationships, socially, professionally, romantically. What's going on? Who am I? And most people want to be right. They don't want to be wrong, and they want to just be like, they want to say that, it's them, it's not me, But when you find that you have a life, you've arrived at a life or a lifestyle or a pattern of events that suggest that there is an issue, there's a problem on the job, there's a problem among family and friends, there's a social, spiritual, romantic, and professional issue that seems to have a trend, a pattern that points back to you. You are worth investing in. You are worth doing the self-work to address whatever it is that's creating a gap between who you are and who God created you to be. It's hard work. And the truth is, you're the one that has to do the work. You can't outsource it. You can't hire someone to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. But it's well worth it. Living a life that facilitates the necessary change for you to win, for you to be successful. This is the subject. This is the pressing matter. And this is the call for action. All I want you to do is keep a diary and a log of outcomes. And then I want you to backfill all of the steps, the behaviors, the tones, the communication style, the words, everything that led up to the outcome. And I want you to examine your role in it. And then I want you to rewrite the story. Rewrite the way that it could have gone for a more positive outcome. This is the work that you need to do. You need to just really look at all of your outcomes and all of your relationships and create a diary and examine all of the words, actions, the tonality, everything that rolled into the outcome. And then I want you to backfill it so that you can examine this thing and then rewrite the story the way that it should have gone. I want you to rewrite your character. I want you to invest in your character. I want you to be in charge. You are the author and you are the publisher of your fate. The ball is in your court. Simply create a log that you can examine so that you can reconstruct the way things should go or could have gone or will go in the future. And the more that you write it, and the more that you rehearse it, and the more that you study it, the more power and control you have over the mistakes and the errors in your own ways caused by the personality that was forged before you even had a choice. Personality is formed between 0 and 6 years of age. You are who you are by 6. It's not all your fault. You know what I'm saying? You are a product of so many things, of your environment, of your genetic predisposition, of exposure, of what you've been taught, what you've observed, what you've learned, you know, and some of these behaviors are like groupthink behaviors, like they come from mimicking others and becoming like others that you admire or you're exposed to on a regular basis. So I just wanted to say that it's one of the most difficult things you can venture out to do, but it can be done. You're the boss. You're in control. I am Sonia Rue. I am more than happy to talk to you one-on-one about ways to begin to facilitate the change in your life that you desire, so that you can become the person that God called you to be, the person that you desire to be, someone that you're proud of, someone that you like yourself. You've got to like yourself, love yourself, admire yourself, think highly of yourself if you want others to do the same. Again, I'm Sonia Rue. If you like this video, please click like, give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe to my channel. If you like me, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be around for a while, you know, and you can reach me at soniareward@gmail.com. That's SONYARUWARD@gmail.com. Or you can find me at www.themediamixer.com. I'll be more than happy to talk with you, to talk you through, because you are worth it. I'm worth it. It would behoove you and me and us and all of us to just examine our character and our personality so that we are sure that we are not getting in the way of what's next to come, what's better, what we deserve, and what seems to be so hard to get to. There's nothing impossible when you apply yourself and you include God. Again, I'm Sonia Rue. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk again soon. Ciao.